You're watching
INCRadio.
INCRadio. Central Valley, California. Central Valley, California. Central Valley, California. INCRadio. Central Valley, California.
Welcome to today's episode of INCRadio, Central Valley, California Satellite Studio. As we begin, let's take a moment to reflect on the beauty around us. Here in Central Valley, we're surrounded by vast fields, rolling hills, and quiet, open skies that remind us of the simple power of peace. Just like these landscapes, finding peace within ourselves requires nurturing and time. It's a process of planting seeds, watering them with patience, and trusting that growth will come. Today we're diving into what it means to cultivate a harvest of inner calm, especially when life feels anything but peaceful. Together, we'll explore how to center ourselves, let go of anxieties, and reap a crop of peace in our lives. So sit back, breathe in deeply, and let's embark on this journey to harvest the kind of peace that truly lasts.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. You know that video was so calming, and I was so into it. I had forgotten. And thank you so much for letting me know that we're starting. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Sister Terry. My pleasure.
Oh yeah. So today we have a really great discussion about harvesting our peace, our calm, and that video was so nice. So we have here with us is Brother Robert, and please tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm from the locality of Fresno. I am the third head deacon. I am a happy husband, father of three, and my family are also officers, yeah, in the church. And yes,
Don't be nervous. I can.
I
Okay, so
am,
just
but Sister Terry's helping me a lot.
just relax.
Yes.
Just relax. And I'm here with Brother Robert, but I'm not really alone. And there's always someone with me. And you know her, of course. Who is with me? Melvi, what's
Sister
going on over
Melvin.
there? Hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I thought Sister Terry and Brother Robert fell asleep on us or dozed off or something because that video was indeed very calming, including the voice of that video, right? It was very, very nice. Well, hello and happy Saturday to all of you. Stay tuned because we have a very, very exciting episode for all of you. And please go ahead and keep commenting because we love hearing from each one of you. So back to you over there in the main studio, and let's get the ball rolling.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Melvi. I want to discuss with you, Brother Robert, about our calm and how is it that in the midst of our hectic world, how do you find peace? How do you find calm amidst all of that? What do you do?
The first thing that I do to maintain the peace that I do have, prayer. And sometimes it's a challenge maintaining the peace. So lots of prayers.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you work and you have a busy schedule. Besides being at work, you have to, of course, you're one of the head deacons, as you've mentioned. and there's a lot of things that a head deacon does. You have a lot of duties that you have to fulfill. And how is that incorporating work, and how is your balancing? How do you balance that?
Yeah, that's a challenge within itself. Ever since I started work, the current employer that I have is downtown, so it's about 15 minutes rush hour to and from work. Yes, that can disturb your peace real quick. So yeah, after 34 years, you think you'd get used to that hectic drive to and from work, but still, uh, prayer before you leave the house. And my wife is really good. She always starts reminding me, if just in case I forget,
Mm-hmm.
prayer before leaving the house, before you do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Pray before anything.
Okay. So is that your routine? Can you tell us your routine, how it is that you go through your day and things like that? And also, I wanted to let you know, for our viewers, I want you to tell us how you maintain your calm in a hectic world like we have. So put it on the comments, and we'll go through them as well. But Brother Robert, can you tell us about your routine and how it helps you to calm you down?
Yes, it's since I'm comfortable with the word harvesting and how gardening was my upbringing in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, every time when I'm within my coworkers, if I'm at work, I'm always prepared to uh, share, be kind, be courteous, be considerate, so that I can get back from them similar things.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily bring the you know the burdens that I have and show it and not explain it or tell it, but they would easily see it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I prepare myself and show peace, I will easily get back peace
Okay.
throughout
Uh,
the day.
cool. That's really good. What about you, Melvi? How do you deal with the things that we do every day, with the work, with the hustle and bustle of the traffic, just getting to work? How do you do that? How do you calm yourself?
I take time to pause. And just like Brother Robert mentioned, and in all of our live chat right now, if there's one thing we all have in common when it comes to dealing with this bustling and hustling activities in the world around us, it's through prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one. And two, as I've mentioned, I take time for myself, like taking a break, enjoying the nature, like nature walk, journaling. And I think some of our brethren here also mentioned writing poems, reading a book. And honestly, I don't know if they mentioned like eating, because eating helps me also eating calm my. I didn't see food yet, but yes, I'll admit to that. I also love food. So when I take a break, I would bring my favorite snack and my favorite drink and just enjoy reading a book or writing a poem.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all need breaks. We
Yes.
actually do. And that's how it also helps us reflect on a lot of things in our lives. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you take that break to yourself, not only you're harvesting peace right within you, but also you're noticing the important priorities that you also need to take each step that you make. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what I do
Oh,
when I want to be calm. But also, I would love to go to the beach. I know you and I talked about this before. We mentioned in a couple of our shows that we love going to the beaches. So that's what I miss, living an island life, that I would sometimes drive by the ocean and I would watch the sunrise or the sunsets. And that definitely helps me have a peace of mind also.
oh, very nice. I
Yeah.
too mentioned that I like the beach and the nature. It helps me calm down. and then just sitting there listening to the silence of nature, of the woods, and then suddenly you can hear birds chirping. You know, when you really focus about it, and then you're sitting there and you're just looking around and you feel that peace within yourself. So yes, that helps me a lot, nature. And Brother Robert, you mentioned that you garden.
Oh yes.
So what about gardening that gives you that calm?
Oh, everything from preparing the soil even before planting the seed, and then all throughout the process, and watering, caring for it. You, it doesn't take too much
Hmm.
in gardening. All you need is maybe 5-10 minutes every day,
Okay.
and that kind of love for the gardening, I apply to my life in just spending a few minutes to as much interactions of my coworkers, brethren of the church,
Hmm.
sharing that peace that's coming from me so that I can get back that peace. Even during performing my assignments, my offices, my Christian obligations, doing the same thing because uh, it's gets more difficult when you try to do everything all at once. In gardening, you have to be patient. You have to continue to prepare. You have to find whatever is needed for the growth. That's with one plant. If you have a garden, you have so many plants,
Hmm.
same thing. I have so many friends, I have so much brethren.
Right,
So we
right.
need multiple duties. Care for each one. It doesn't take too much to care for each one. A few minutes a day, every interaction, that's that's peace right there.
Oh, I
You
like that. I like how you correlated your plants and taking care of them and taking care of the brethren as well, being the head deacon in your local congregation. I love that. And some also mentioned here, like Sister Aiko, she said taking deep breaths. I forgot about that. I do that too, taking deep breaths.
Just
That's
breathing
very,
helps.
very important, especially when you're so stressed out or
Right.
you're upset about or frustrated about a certain situation. And
Hmm.
then Brother Ruel also mentioned listening to old R&B music in a room
Yes.
really helps me get to a calm state. And there's so many comments here as well about, what they do. Oh, listening to also INC original music songs. I definitely agree with that. I do that once in a while as well to calm myself.
Yeah, I see Brother Jomar here, Brother Jomar Davis. He says, I thank my wife for always helping me maintaining my calmness. Yes, so he has two children. And so, yes, helping out with Sister Angelica, helping him out to maintain the calmness in their family. And yes, there are other people here. We have Brother Andre Fajardo. So he has says, this is a great question for everyone, making sure that we block out any kind of other things that's going on and have time for calm and peace. So we have other people here as well, but I also want to uh, continue with our discussion. Brother Robert, you mentioned about your garden, and I don't know if you've ever seen when you're driving in the farmland where you see a tractor and they're tilling the land. You know, they're overturning the soil, maybe decluttering, taking out the weeds, and so that's kind of decluttering so that they can continue to plant new seeds for that. So how do you, there's a lot, we have a lot of worries in our hearts. How do you declutter them? How do you take them out one by one, break them down so that you don't have that in your heart anymore? How do you do that?
Yes, it's not easy. Just like saying preparing the soil, it's easy thing to say, but you got to get that shovel and turn that soil a couple times. Make sure when the seed is planted, the roots have plenty of space to grow, and that goes along with everything that I'm applying with life too. When I am going through a certain obstacle, uh,
Mhm.
being prepared for that obstacle is not easy because one, you're surprised. Two, you don't know what to do right away. But your foundation is the peace. So you
Mhm.
have that clarity of mind to know what the obstacle is. You have the clarity of mind to find different options to overcome that obstacle. And you have uh, that peace of mind to interact with those involved in that obstacle to overcome that obstacle. The devil has so many uh, ways to help us, I mean, not help us understand the situation and make wrong decisions. Having that base peace of mind from our God and taking on anything, whatever it is, it's a lot easier.
Mhm.
It's
Ate Melby, how do you declutter your worries that you have inside your brain? I know there's a lot of information there going on.
Oh
And then
yeah, all the time. Sometimes I feel like my brain is becoming
they're bouncing off
dysfunctional.
of the walls of your head there. So how
It's
do you
hard. Yeah. But before I answer your
Okay, go
question,
for it.
Brother Robert, you're going
yeah.
to have a calm or peace of mind after I read this message from Marie Gallo.
Oh,
You
yes.
got exposed. I love you, Dad. Happy birthday,
Oh.
Paul. Or happy
Oh
birthday,
my
Carlos.
goodness.
Happy
Oh.
birthday, Paul. How come you didn't say anything?
Oh, is today your birthday?
Is it
Yeah.
today, Paul?
Oh,
No,
happy
tomorrow, tomorrow. But
Happy
Nicole,
birthday.
she's gonna, yes,
Oh my.
Nicole's, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you
okay.
just
Well,
I'm
there
gonna
you
try
go. And what I do is,
now.
Brother Andrew Wynn actually mentioned it here. If worried, I pray, catch my breath, and do something calming. So I worry less and I pray more. Because there are a lot of things, especially external factors, come to think of it. We're not in control of them. We have no control of them. What
Mhm.
we can definitely control and have a choice of is within ourselves. So it's our choice to do what needs to do or needs to be done in order to stay calm. Because when we take good care of ourselves, no matter what emotional turmoil and state we're in, we're able to now be able to know what to do with them because we are self-aware with our own emotions. We all have our own emotional triggers, so we do our best every day not to let them overcome us. Otherwise, we're going to have heart problems, mind problems,
Mhm.
physical problems, and so on and so forth, right? I mean, who wants to do
Just a
that?
big problem.
Yes, it becomes a big problem.
Yeah.
And then it'll take effect. It's like a domino effect. So you start with one and then you start with another and another and another. But how I wish, Brother Robert, I could do gardening. I tried doing it. I think the first time that I realized that I'm not meant to do any gardening at all was I was in kindergarten and they made us do, I don't know what subject that was in the Philippines, but they didn't find me till later because I fainted doing the cutting of the, I don't know what it was, the weeds or whatnot with, I can't remember the tool we were using, but I fainted and then had allergic reactions on some of those weeds or grasses or whatnot. And so after that, I knew that I can't do gardening. My sisters and my mom can, so I just watch them enjoy gardening.
So you're
You
not a
wasn't
green
do
thumb. What color is the thumb?
that. You already know. See, I've
Just
got my artificial one right here. That's keeping me company.
I was in a green thumb in the beginning too. I when we had the what's that, the COVID in place and the district northeast at the time was encouraging gardening as one of the things.
Mhm.
I made the garden and then there's something missing, so I called my mom and I told her, "Mom, I need some help with this gardening. Look, what am I missing? What am I missing?" I made my mom cry.
Oh.
Oh.
My, my mom was saying, Anak, you plant like your dad. My dad, yeah, was passed, and I did my garden, and yeah, the whole setup, the whole upbringing of the vegetables growing, and the photos I took and showed her. Yeah, she said, I plant just like the dad. Wow.
Wow.
She made her cry. I didn't
Okay.
want to make her cry. I made her cry.
Yeah, so I wanted to add about the decluttering. Sometimes we are, um, given a lot of things thrown at us all at the same time, and we have to figure out what's the priority that we have to do first as far as solving our problems or whatnot, or making sure that that's taken care of. Um, so I write things down, as I think some of our viewers had mentioned. They write things down. And then I put them in priority order, like sequential, 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5, whatever. And so that's how I do my decluttering. I write things down and then I put them into priority order. So then I can, when I see them, at least I can eventually say, okay, this goes here, this goes first. That helps me a lot in how I declutter things in my brain, or things that I'm going through, my emotions and things. But continuing with our discussion with you, Brother Robert, so there's we have this resilience in us. I think it's innate in all of us, and sometimes we don't know that it's there. We have this inner strength in us, and so how does that, our inner strength or in resilience, help us, or has it helped you in finding peace?
Where this that question, it's getting a little bit more serious because um, I the way I go through situations in life, I, not only me, I see everybody. They change, they transform, they dig in deep within their faith to be resilient, to endure, to persevere. But everyone has their certain piece that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can talk about you know, not being able to marry my wife until the last day. We had to cancel the plans for the wedding and all those things that go with it. Uh, I can talk about other things, and I can even talk about what's going on now.
Mm.
Some of the piece that it could be as simple as keeping in touch with relatives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think we know that we are not alone. We are
Hmm.
not alone in what we go through.
Yeah.
There's first we have your family, we have our family, and we have
Hmm.
our family in the church. Okay, our brothers and our sisters. So most of all, there is someone with us all the time. And how do you include him, and how important is that to you?
When you feel that you run out of options, just like when it was uh, a couple of days before my flight back to States when I went to go marry my wife. There was no way. But when we went to Central Temple and um, we are thankful for what we have right now, whatever your will is, we will remain obedient, active members in the Holy Church. And we prayed. Uh, we went back home. We prayed again before sleeping. First thing in the morning, I looked at the paper. Guess what it was in the first front page?
Was that you
The
guys?
U.S. consulate opened up. I had to call my work. I'm gonna get married after all. I need a couple more weeks. Um, I mean, we were both sick. She had the chicken pox. I had my asthma. We could barely. Y- yeah, God made a way. When everything looks dim and hopeless,
Hmm.
prayer to God, oh, always, always the answer.
Yes, I would have to agree. Melvi, did you want to add something to that?
Oh, yes, I do agree with everything that he said.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing that we all have in common in the Church of Christ is that we are never alone. We have each other, we have all of our resident workers and ministers as well, constantly reminding us with what we need to do in our lives. And especially, of course, through prayer, we have our Almighty God. And with Him, nothing is indeed impossible. So whenever you feel like it's hard sometimes, like what Brother Robert mentioned, sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming, but we always have him and we can always rely on him. So stay grounded, stay rooted, and stay strong. And have a great weekend, everybody. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that notification button. Don't forget to also click like, and we will see you next week. All right, back to you, Terry.
Yes. So we'd like to thank our beloved brother, Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, together with our Subsea President, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo. Thank you so much to all of our viewers who were able to be with us. We know that we have a lot of busy and hectic lives every day, but if we have faith and we entrust all of those to our Almighty God, He will give us that peace to continue with whatever we are having to deal with. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next Saturday at 1 p.m. Bye bye for now.
Bye, everyone. We love you all. Thank you for tuning in. We'll read all the comments again after the show.
Bye.
Bye.